Suddenly, I was out one day at a boutique getting a birthday present for a girlfriend, and I felt this pressure on my chest radiating around my rib cage to my back, and I couldn't ignore it. I sat down because I think most of us as women think, "Oh, it's nothing, it'll go away." And I thought that, but I sat down and the manager came over to me and asked me if I was okay, and I said I was trying to assess that, and I told her what I was feeling, and she said, "Susan, my car's right outside. Why don't I drive you to St. Francis Hospital, which is the heart hospital?" I was so lucky. I was also lucky because, unbeknownst to me, that store manager, who I had known for years shopping in her boutique, had a degree in nursing. So she was very calm. I had no reason to have a cardiologist, but my husband has AFib, so I called his cardiologist at St. Francis, told him what I was feeling. He said, "Meet me at the ER. Your symptoms are substantial." My symptoms were gone by the time I got to the ER. And I was so afraid that I had taken the doctor away from patients who really needed him. I was thinking, oh, he'll think I'm overreacting. I'm being too dramatic. Anyway, he did a CAT scan and on me, and much to all of our surprises, I had a 90% of my main artery, 75 in my adjacent artery. And he said he could fix it. He would put stents in, and he could do it that night, which he did. And so I went into the operating room around 9 o'clock that night. It turns out that I didn't have all my mother's genes. That this was not a cholesterol blockage. This was a calcium blockage, and that, in fact, is what my dad had. They said by going to the hospital, listening to my body, and going to the hospital, I had avoided having the widowmaker. Had I been home and not out, I probably would have just thought, "Oh, I need to drink some water and lay down." In terms of how it's changed my life, I mean, my husband said, "Forget the kale, now you can go right to cheeseburgers." Because obviously kale didn't stop you
Oh.
from this issue, but it's calcium, and there's very little a person can do about that. But you're telling your doctor your heart history, your family history is very important. I don't think I ever even mentioned that to anyone because it just didn't seem to apply. My dad was a heavy smoker. He smoked Luckies at that time, no filters. I think the other thing is for women to take yourself seriously in terms of your health. Don't ignore it. Put yourself at the top of your to-do list. Don't be afraid that the doctor will not believe you. He may not believe you because I hear from other women. I've had actually, Nancy, the great opportunity to work with you and the American Heart Association, Go Red for Women. And I've met a lot of women through this program who are heart survivors, as I am. And they've said, number of them have said how they had to really convince the doctor to give them a test or to take them seriously. I think that's changing now, largely because of the work that you're doing with Go Red for Women and American Heart, and now women's heart health is being more researched, specifically women's heart health. And I think women are going to find more doctors really understanding that they have to take their feelings about their heart and what they're experiencing seriously. And so I just want everyone, and even men who don't want to even ask directions to the gas station, what can happen? You make a mistake. The doctor would be very happy to tell you you've made a mistake.